Okay, so what happens is, Kelly, you're now 5 years older than when you started. Mel, you're now 9 years older. I'm 13 years older. So even if we just talked about hormonal changes in our age and not the surgery, whether it was successful or not, we're up against our hormones and the changes that happen with aging, right?
Yes.
So people need to take that into consideration. People think, oh, I'm a failure. Oh, this didn't work for me. That's not actually the case, especially those with the disease of obesity like myself, right?
Yep, same,
we just metabolize differently. Our bodies handle things differently.
Guess what, guys?
We're not doctors.
No, we are not.
If you're going to be making any major medical decisions, please consult your doctor.
Yes, and that includes diets, exercise, medications, and surgery.
We love you guys.
And we want you to be in our OSLP family forever.
So be careful
and consult
your doctors.
Welcome back, OSLP family.
Welcome back, OSLP family. Welcome.
You are listening to Our Sleeve Life podcast, and this is Kelly.
This is Mel.
So we have a really cool guest on today.
Yeah, we're just going to hop on in it because she doesn't have a lot of time, and we want to make sure you guys get all the information.
Yes.
And she's one of our favorites.
Yes. So we want to welcome on Diana, the Sassy Therapist. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, I love you girls. I wish I had more time to dedicate to this, but I'm just living my best life.
That's right.
You guys should understand, right?
Yeah, 100%.
She doesn't have very much time. I'm like, I always have time for you guys, but we're busy entrepreneurial ladies. So, I love that you guys totally understand.
Yeah, not a problem. Especially you're a therapist. You're helping people like us. So we definitely want you to keep moving forward.
Yes.
So we were talking beforehand, before we were live, about what are you seeing in the community that you think that we should address?
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So I was the primary therapist for a weight loss surgery center many moons ago.
Okay.
And that practice sort of paused for a while, and I rejoined that doctor. And what he's doing now is no longer doing the weight loss surgeries. Oh. He is following the trend of all of the injections.
Okay.
Not so much Ozempic, and all the names, Kelly, like
Wegovy.
Ozempic and Wegovy. Yeah. So it's the derivative of those things.
Okay.
I think you also mentioned what the other name was. It started with a T, Kelly.
Tirzepatide or Zepbound
or semaglutide.
So those.
Yeah.
So I don't want to speak too much on the differences because that's more of a medical question. But what I do know is that it is the latest trend. We're all leaning towards those, including myself, being on Tirzepatide.
Yeah. Yes.
So what we're seeing is that so many of us who had a really successful post-weight loss surgery journey, many of us lost the weight, maintained the weight for a really long time. And then let's just talk about, I'm 14 years post-op.
Oh, that's
14.
crazy.
How many are you guys?
So I'm 9.
I'm 5.
We love ProCare. You guys know this. And guess what? They have a brand new product out and it tastes like an orange Tic Tac.
That's right. I have got it in my hot little hands right now. It's their easy to swallow tablet in Citrus Grove. And both of us have fully switched over to it.
We had to because it's easy to swallow, doesn't stick, and it has 45 milligrams of iron. And we both need that.
Yes, we do. So go to procarenow.com to take care of all your bariatric body needs. And our code is the only one that gets you a full 15% off. So use code OSLP at checkout. Are you feeling a little sluggish? Little lack of protein? Little lack of caffeine? Well, we got the fix for that.
That's right. Dive Bar Nutrition has the best protein bars. They have caffeine, protein, and they taste delicious.
So head on over to divebarnutrition.com and use code OSLP at checkout.
Okay, so what happens is, Kelly, you're now 5 years older than when you started. Mel, you're now 9 years older. I'm 13 years older. So even if we just talked about hormonal changes in our age and not the surgery, whether it was successful or not, we're up against our hormones and the changes that happen with aging, right?
Yes.
So people need to take that into consideration. People think, oh, I'm a failure. Oh, this didn't work for me. That's not actually the case, especially those with the disease of obesity like myself, right?
Yep, same,
we just metabolize differently. We, our bodies handle things differently. We're doing these haunted tea parties, and that's sort of my transition right now. And I'm also doing grief and loss therapy with spirit rods and spiritual stuff. And it's so much fun. But because I'm in a healthier place, I've been able to carry on this new dream. But I've gained another like 15 pounds in the process of this whole house renovation, this new huge business that took off. So again, it's not like, oh, you just weren't eating right. I had the stress of the world in addition to being a clinical director, executive clinical director of a substance abuse center. Then I was running an eating disorder center where I had weight loss patients coming in who were then now alcoholics or, really struggling with eating disorders that happened after weight loss surgery. That's another thing that we increased everything after weight loss surgery: addiction, eating disorders, things like that. It doesn't mean you're going to get it. It just means that we're increased differences or chances of those things happening.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the stress of the world and my life didn't allow me. I was working 3 jobs. To go for the walk and choose the salad and you know what I mean? So yeah, sure. Some of it was self-inflicted, but also there was times I wasn't eating a lot, but still what I wasn't eating was the best. The way my body loves it, it just loves to hang on to it, right?
Oh, mine too, man.
Obesity.
Yep.
So anyways, here I am. And I'm just like, I'm not a failure. I'm a fucking rock star. I built this huge business. I'm living my best life. And now it's time, because I'm going to be 50 in a few weeks. Ooh. I want to be my best 50 ever. Just like when I went into my 40s, I was fucking rocking it.
Yeah.
Right. So now I want to be really healthy, because at 50, it feels way different than 40. Like 40 hit me. Like I was feeling it, but I was at my best weight. 50 was like, go fuck yourself.
No.
Like I will like cough and like break a bone, stretch them. Like it's bad. So now I'm like, what are my options? Went back to that doctor I have a great relationship with, and he taught me all about the Tirzepatide. Tirzepatide, thank you. And I'm all about it. I'm like, whatever tool I need, because I know I can be successful with that little bit of a push. And so far, can we just talk about my Starbucks cravings?
Yeah. Are they gone?
I was a Starbucks addict. Like that's how I gained most of my weight. Like I wouldn't eat. I would just drink Starbucks and sometimes twice a day. And since I've been on it, I'm like, and it's only been a few short weeks, I don't even have the desire. I don't know if it's the sugar or what, but even breaking the habit, right? Because a lot of our things are ritual based.
Yep.
Not because we even want it, but I love the habit of going in, smelling, right?
Yep.
I'm like, good. I'm like, good. It's weird. So I'm like, even if I just cut out the Starbucks, I'm bound to have, lose some of this weight.
Yeah.
The mind is insane.
All your time. So that's one of the trends that we're seeing, is that we're all switching over, or people who would have once done weight loss surgery are now using these options. And I think they're great options, and people are scared about the side effects.
Yeah.
But shit, it's less invasive than cutting you open, which I'm still a proponent of, by the way. You know what I mean? I am still all 100% whatever tool works for you.
Yeah. Because I've actually had some side effects. Like,
have you had the nausea, the fatigue?
Yeah. So for me, like it's nausea like crazy. Yesterday, I puked in my utility sink. I'm getting like the tummy where it's like just extended, and it's just like, I'm like, I will put my hand in my pants and then it feels better. I'm like,
she's that weirdo.
It's that. And I am that weirdo for sure.
Is that constipation?
No, I'm pooping just fine. That's
Okay. Because I know that that's one of the side effects is the constipation, which could lead to the bloating, filling, and blah, blah, blah. But, do you have your doctor that you've been talking with in regards to the side effects?
Yeah, I just talked to them yesterday. And what they're going to do is they're going to put me on half the dose. So they're just going to reduce it, because it literally is lasting the whole week, not just the first couple days of injecting.
Yeah. So again, I think you hit it on the head that most of these symptoms are right after you take the injection, and they sort of wear off over time. But, I'm nauseous on a regular basis. So I'm pretty just nauseous every day. And it's just one of those things I'm willing to accept right now to try to get through this phase. You know what I mean? Like you just take the good with the bad, and you have to debate what you're going to do. Another thing I'm hearing for some people is it's not happening fast enough. Well, this is not weight loss surgery.
No,
it's not going to fall off like it did when we got surgery. So we have to be more patient. and understand that it is working if we allow it to, but we do have to do our part, right? Just like with weight loss surgery, if we want optimal results, we got to do our part. And I think that's what's hard for a lot of people is that they're like, shit, it's not just falling off. And I remind my clients who are on it right now, I'm like, if it's 1 pound a week, if it's 4 pounds a month, that's 40 pounds in 10 months.
Yeah.
How many of you ever lost without a tool? 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And there's 52 weeks in a year.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
so you can easily lose
at least 52 pounds.
At least 50 pounds in a year.
Yeah.
In a year.
And I did want to say, so I was on Mounjaro for over a year until the supplies ran out and I couldn't find it. And my insurance is being a fucking dick about it. And they're not like, cause they put in the pre-auth, which was working. And then all of a sudden they're not answering them. So I've had to put in like 3 different pre-auths and there's still no answer from my insurance. But in the meantime, I'm taking a compounded semaglutide, which is the Ozempic or Wegovy.
Right.
But I wanted to say that during that year, yes, I lost 60 pounds. But if you think about it, that's about 1.5 pounds a week or a week that I was losing. So it wasn't a quick weight loss. And you still have to do all the things. Like you still have to make sure that you're getting your protein, drinking your water, because as soon as the supplies ran out of Mounjaro, all of those cravings came back, that food brain came back, and I gained back 30 of what I lost the 60. But now being on the semaglutide, I've lost, I think, 8.
Yeah.
I think it's like 8 pounds so far.
That's amazing. And people don't understand, like, do we have to be on these for the rest of our life? I don't know yet. I don't know that answer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I know that my disease of obesity needs constant intervention and monitoring, right? It's again, like people, outsiders who judge us would have said, well, if you did so well, it's your fault that you gained 30 pounds back.
No, it's
like
not.
It's not about willpower or any of that. It's like biologically.
Yeah, that was actually a huge thing for me. I don't remember who we were talking to, but somebody said it's not about your willpower. And I was like, light bulb went off in my brain. Like, oh, this is not me having willpower. This is literally a medical thing that is going on in my brain that is telling me that I need food constantly and I want sugar and I want all these things. It's not willpower. It's not a willpower issue.
It's not. And if we think about it, like when we're PMSing, we're hormonally, it's like a joke. Oh, we want chocolate or we want food. It's because there's a chemical reason. The same thing with people smoking pot and having the munchies. They have altered themselves chemically that says you need food. Why is this not understood? It's like, it's just science. It's not about our emotional incapabilities. You know what I mean? So if people understand it scientifically, they can be like, oh, I'm a dick for judging.
Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing with weight loss surgery. People judge us all the time. And especially if you gain weight back, God forbid.
Oh my God, there's
you
so
gain
mean.
any weight.
So mean.
You're a failure. It's the
human.
same thing. People look at you like you are a failure. They look at you like, why do you need this? Why do you need there's so many memes out there of like, oh, that you're going to get the Ozempic face or you just use Ozempic. What does it matter if I use a tool? Like, would
Seriously.
you, like I take medication for my autoimmune diseases. Would you judge that?
Exactly. Nope. And I take medication too for my PMDD, which is severe PMS, like the kind that murder you. So would you like me to get off it and I'll murder you? Like that's how bad it is, but even that's just judgmental.
Yeah.
Because they don't look at our issues like a medical issue. It's all about a character issue.
Yep. It's character or physical
flaw that we're not strong enough or care about our bodies enough or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't give a lot of time to that. You mentioned something Ozempic face. I want to talk about that for a quick second.
Yeah.
So basically it's just weight loss face.
Yeah.
Anytime you lose weight, our faces change. You know what I mean? So I don't want that to scare away people. Again, I'm not pushing Ozempic. I'm not pushing weight loss surgery, but I just want to give you the more realistic version of what these critics are saying. Ozempic face is just a weight loss face, people. Like, knock it off.
Thank you.
That's all it is. When we lose weight, I had Ozempic face big time after I had weight loss surgery, which is worse than Ozempic face because of the rapid weight loss.
Yeah.
And this is my next goal. And people are like, oh, you look fine. I'm like, you like scrotum neck? I don't. Like, I'm ready, I look like it's just a peanut. Like, I don't know. It's beyond. So this is one thing I want to.
I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. I think when I turn 40, I think I'm going to get this done.
Yeah. So this is going to be one of my gifts to myself now that I'm 50. I thought I was going to get it done earlier, but instead I bought a Victorian house. It was like a trade-off, which one do I get?
Yeah.
This is happening. I look at my Instagram and I look at my stuff. And again, it's not to impress anybody else. I like to look good for myself.
Yeah.
My husband thinks I'm fine the way I am. He doesn't want me to touch my face. Yep. But it's not about him. It's not about outsiders. It's like, I love looking my best. Mm-hmm. I love dressing up. I love doing all the things, even the weight. I know I look fine the way I am. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm nowhere near what I was before, even though I've gained a little bit of weight. I know I look fine. Mm-hmm. I am so active. I want to feel better.
Can we talk a little bit about how it is viewed as vanity in our community if you are getting plastics done, or not even in the community, like in just the world, that if you get plastics done, it's all about vanity. If you have surgery and you lose all the weight, and why are you taking all these photos of yourself? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You just want to look good for other people. Like, and it's not about that. Like,
people think we must have low self-esteem or body image issues.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's really like, I just want to feel comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah. 100%.
That's really all it is. And if I want to do a little nip tuck situation anywhere, it's my prerogative and I can do what I want.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And for a lot of us, it's reconstructive. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not even just that. I had reconstructive surgery. I had a full body lift, liposuction. My muscle in my abdomen was pulled apart 8 inches. She said she's never seen it that far.
Oh, wow.
8 inches. I had a 10-pound kid, an 8-pound kid.
That makes sense.
And then multiple surgeries over the years with hernia repairs and gallbladder and appendix, all of that. My whole midsection was tore up.
Wow.
And C-sections, 2 C-sections. So she repaired that for me. No amount of exercise, no amount of nothing was going to repair that for me.
No.
So I had full reconstruction. This is, if you want to call it vanity, go fuck yourself and call it vanity. I don't care.
Do it.
I mean, like, literally, I'm okay with whatever because you're not in my inner circle. If you're judging me like that, you are no one who is having dinner at this table.
That's fair.
So
you are not my person.
You go on with your bad self, and your scrotum neck if you want it. Have at it. Have at it. I'm not the one. You know what I mean? I am not the one.
Well, and I feel like, at least from me growing up too, that I got a lot of more judgment actually from men than women. Mm-hmm. And also I feel like that's because men don't have kids, right? So like they can do ab work their whole life. And guess what? Like, how many times you've had a kid, I've had a kid, people have kids, and that actually breaks like your muscles and everything. So it's
everything.
like,
when I cough and pee on myself, I tell my kids, you did that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
you kicked like my bladder. Now it's weak. Now I'm dropping little urine. It's fine.
What's my excuse?
I don't know. Lupus. That's what it is.
Oh, we'll blame it on the lupus. Got it. Okay, cool.
Okay. We self-assessment. I love it. But our bodies change. And I'm so grateful and lucky that I've been with my husband since I was 16. So he has seen the 16-year-old body. That sounds really perverted. And like a little bit kind of
but at least he was 16.
Was he? Yeah.
When he was
18. He likes to say he was 17. But I was like, no, you're 2 years older than me. You were circling my high school, you pedo. So I like to tease him.
I love you.
But so we've been together 33 years. So he has seen the body go through all the changes. Yeah. And he loves me so much. You know what I mean? Like no matter what. But he also, like, once he got past my 360, like, he grabs my ass all the time. And I had a flat ass before. And I was like, come on, just say it. Just say you like it. But he doesn't want to say he likes it because he doesn't want to feel like I needed it. He doesn't want to make me feel like I wasn't beautiful from before.
Yeah.
So that's why he won't say it. You know what I mean? I'm like, babe, it's okay. I like my ass better too now. And it's not like I have the BBL. It was just that it was so flat. I even told her I don't need anything in my ass. And she was like, honey, if I pull it up, it's going to look like literally a backward pair of pants because I'm now bringing up all the skin. You know what I mean? It is just going to look even worse. So I want to just proportion you out. Like if it looks like a very just normal basic butt.
Nice.
But at least now I have one versus before.
Yeah.
So, and then gaining a little weight, I gained it in my ass. And so my husband's like completely fine with that. So
yeah, of course.
I'm like, yeah. So I'm just like, yeah, our bodies change so much. And I've always loved my bodies in all the stages, but she removed 8 pounds of skin, 8 pounds of a flap that I ran the LA Marathon flapping. By the way, I finished the LA Marathon twice and flapped the whole way. And I remember it was then I was like, fuck that. I don't need the flap happening.
No.
And so having that removed, like then I became a Spartan and I did the trifectas. I did all the things because I didn't have that, you know what I mean? Like that extra
holding
stuff.
you back.
In my next procedure, I wanted to have my boobs reduced because they are tube socks that are down to my waist now after children and weight loss. You know what I mean? I just want the cute, sporty, no implant, you know. Yeah. Cute. Yes. I'm like dying. So I'm going to get it all done and I'm going to get it in my 50s and I don't care. That's not too late for any of us to get any of this done.
No, I think that's actually what I've heard from older people, that it's actually you should wait as long as you can because of how much your body changes, especially in like premenopause, then menopause, and all that. So
yes, take advantage of it. You don't want to have to do it again.
Yeah.
Plus, as you get older, you have more money.
You do.
And you've already had your kids.
Yep. I remember when I turned 40, people were like, how is it to be in your 40s? I'm like, you know, like 20, but with money.
Yep.
You know,
I mean, that's how I feel right now. 37. I'm like, yep. Because my kid graduated. He's 18. Like, I don't have to deal with any fucking K through 12 school shit anymore. It's so nice.
I mourned that. Oh my God, I mourned that. I was just like, I hated that when I cried. I did a whole fucking video on my Sassy page of crying when I made the last first day of school pancakes. You know what I mean? Like French toast, I think it was. But now they're adults and it sucks. Yeah. Like, I wish they went away to college. I love them. They're not going to listen to this, so who gives a shit?
Just go to college.
Yeah, no, but in other news for next chapters, because we're talking about how much my life has changed because I've been able to lose the weight. We're going to have a grandson, our first grandchild in October.
Congratulations.
So we are so excited. So I want to be able to run around with my grandbaby and I want to be able to do all the things, right, with them. But even now we're gardening. We have this massive house that we have to care for. You know, I have a housekeeper that comes every other week, but I don't have like a freaking bellboy and we have a gardener, but still we have to do the trimming. I do the deadheading, all the things that seem simple. We're doing 20,000 steps a day in our house. Yeah. It's insane. So our bodies need to keep up with that. I'm on ladders all the time with my tea parties that I'm having and decorating and like, I need to be healthy. I want to come to one of your tea parties. Same. What was that?
We want to go to your tea party.
Tea parties.
You're invited. You guys have to. It's so much fun. It is like, I'm just living my best life. And, you know, doing all my Halloween things as I drink out of my Halloween, cup. And you can see we're getting ready for Beetlejuice. We're having Beetlejuice themed haunted tea parties. We're already sold out of October. I think I have some dates left in September, but it's insane.
Okay. You need to block out April 12th. That
way you can be at one. You can be at the JVY this time because for people that are listening that don't know, Miss Diana won last year.
She did
for the therapist category.
Yep,
and
we'll have that again. So
yeah, okay. So remember, I remember I was nominated. I remember sending in the video that I looked like shit because we were doing tea parties. Oh my God,
stop it!
And then I had the tea party that night. You guys have the awards.
Yep,
and we're exhausted, and we go and sit down to get some food after, and we're both looking a mess. And then I start to see people messaging me. I'm like, wait, oh shit, the award show. And I'm like, I won. I'm in the restaurant. People are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Literally, I'm in the restaurant. I have to tell my waiter, okay, there's this thing. You probably don't know. And I was like, I won. And my husband's like, yeah, oh my God. So it was it was like, but then it instantly hit me that you had to play that video of me. I was like, no, the video, no. It was not, yeah. Okay, so wait, what state and city are we in April?
St. Louis, Missouri.
You all might be asking yourselves, why do these girls love Just Meat so much? Well, we're going to tell you.
Yeah, because so much freaking flavor, guys.
Yes.
Like
Oh
it
my
is
God.
insane. And I love to cook. And this has cut down my cooking time like in half. Literally the meat part, 2 to 3 minutes.
Who doesn't want that for cooking? And I love, love, love the fact as a single person, I can cook 1 pack and eat that for the rest of the day, the rest of the week.
Yeah.
The rest of the
insane.
week, people. And I love that it comes straight to your door. I don't have to go to the grocery store. I don't know about you, but I don't like going to the grocery store.
No.
So having this delivered is ultimate.
It is ultimate. And you just go to justmeats.co, pick out all your different flavors. You can really mix and match what you want, and then use OSLP 25 for you to get $25 off your order.
Go now.
Are you located in the Florida area?
Well, we have the perfect office for you. Dr. Fridley and his wife, Macy, have created the perfect, welcoming, and safe place for your bariatric journey.
That's right. So click on the link below to start your weight loss journey now. And don't forget to tell them that the OSLP's girls sent you.
Okay, we have to, because that's where Dan's sister lives and my nephew. So what we'll do is we'll put it on the calendar now.
Okay.
And we will be there in person this year.
Yay!
I'm excited.
Yes.
Does the prior winner get to present the new?
Ooh.
I mean,
we haven't like solidified that part yet. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you want to do that, Diana?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever you need, but I'm excited. We'll make sure to make it this year and make it a trip to see our family. That way we could, you know what I mean? Do it all
do
in
2
one.
things at once.
Yeah,
I remember
exactly.
when you were like, do I need to dress up? Do I need to put makeup on? And I was like, I can't tell. Like in my head, I'm like, I can't fucking tell her because I already knew.
You already know that I won?
Yeah, we know ahead of time.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, it's like top secret. We are the only ones that know until like even printing out the cards and stuff of who wins. Like nobody knows that.
Yeah, we had to hide it and do all the things.
Oh my God. Well, you did a really good job of not leading me on because I looked like shit. I was like, fuck it.
You did not.
Even right now with the podcast, like I was on another meeting with our ticketer. And then I have another meeting after you. And I'm like, I should clean up my shit. But then after that, I have to go and derust our fountain. Because we have more events.
Oh my God.
Derust a fountain.
I didn't even know that was possible.
I know. So this is my life right now, like managing the house and, blah, blah, blah. And I don't think I mentioned this, but I was running these rehabs and everything, right? Yeah. One of my dreams was to be able to quit my full-time job to just do haunted tea parties, and I did that. So it's been 5 weeks since I left the rehabs.
Congratulations!
I am living my dream, and all because I'm healthier. I mean, I can't tell you guys enough how imperative it is to be healthy, to live our best life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's everything, and I don't think that I would be as successful, happy, or healthy without making that decision in my 30s to have weight loss surgery. Yeah. And I'm glad I didn't do it early in my 20s. I wouldn't have been ready. I wouldn't have been, I had little kids. I wouldn't have been ready, and then just in my late 30s, it was the right time. I felt the most settled and the most sure and tried all the fucking things, right?
Yeah.
I remember when I was on the FemCen and the Jenny Craig and the Weight Watch, I did all the shit and I was like, fuck, I need massive intervention. And never looked back. So proud of that decision. Stand by it. And now with this one too, like I need these injections. It's gonna help me live my best life, and I will get back to, my regular walks and my weightlifting and whatever the fuck. I think I'm gonna do Pilates this time.
Ooh, do it. I love Pilates.
Pilates, you know what I mean? Because I need something more subtle, stretchy core. And I heard that's the way to go.
Because it's a full body workout, basically. So it's doing all the things at once for that whole hour. So it's pretty cool.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to just ask you, so what do these tea parties entail?
Yeah.
So you faded out a little bit, but the question was, what do these tea parties look like?
Yeah.
What do they like? What do you do?
Yeah. What are they about?
Okay. So the first thing is we seat only 14 to 16 people in this dining room. So it's a group.
Okay.
You have to buy your tickets online. Like I've sold out, like I said, for October months ago. You arrive and you park on in our parking lot. We can hold up to 10 cars.
Okay.
You go through the back where my husband greets you with white wine, red wine, cucumber water, apple cider. And I think we're doing Midori sours for Beetlejuice.
Ooh, fun.
So you have that in the back. You walk the property. You can take photos while everyone arrives 15 minutes early. It starts at 7. We actually start at 7:15. There's a video that plays in the back regarding the history of our home. So you get a little 5-minute intro video.
Okay.
And then I come out, and then we go in the basement and we do a 30-minute mini ghost hunt in the basement because our house is enchanted. And we have 5 spirits that live with us that we've identified so far through investigation, psychic mediums, paranormal, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
And we use the Estes method, spirit rods, all the gadgets in the basement. And people love it. They don't want to come out. I'm like, we have to go. We have a whole, we come upstairs in the breakfast area. There's a tasting and a little non-alcoholic shot and more history. We move into the kitchen where I teach you intention and blessing. So either we do a blessing jar or intention candle.
Ooh,
I have an apothecary room where I have about 35 different herbs. You go shopping in there and you just pick the herbs. If you want to bring in success, you're going to bring in courage to make the right decisions. You might need to ward away some bad juju. So you're going to get the herb that does that for you. Mix your herbs together, carve out the candle, put them in, wax it back up, or put it in your jar. And so I'm doing some sort of therapy. Like, this is how you bring things into your life. This is how you speak with intention with whatever you're doing. So I try to get you to understand what it takes to get to your next place. Then we go into the foyer where I talk about some of our ghostly experiences in the house. Then you come into the formal parlor, living room where it's just, again, every room is decorated to the nines. Like each room is an experience.
Yeah.
And then we do a little something in the living room, and then the grand slider doors open, and then we're in the dining room. So this year we have uranium glass. Everything changes, everything, decor, rugs, everything changes. So on the table, we will have uranium glass, and it glows green. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Vaseline glass from the Depression era.
Okay.
It's all antique. And the entire table will be glowing for Beetlejuice. The entire room will be blacked out with the black lights.
Wow.
And it all glows. And then just more Beetlejuice fun.
Oh my God.
And that's it. It's about a 2.5 hour experience. And then there are certain tickets that have a psychic night, which she gives everybody in the room a reading.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Where are you located?
Oh, but Santa Ana, California.
Oh, you're only in California.
You're close to us. We're in Oregon.
We're in Oregon.
Oh, okay. I love how you're like, it's close. I was like, I thought you guys were out of state. I love that.
Well, it's just a short flight for us.
Yeah. Like we're used to, we always go to the East Coast. So like when we hear West Coast, we're like, yes.
So quick.
It's an hour and a half, 2-hour flights.
I can't even watch a full movie.
St. Louis. But how did we get to St. Louis for the award show?
Because we move it every year to different locations. So people that can't afford to fly, like hopefully they can, like, we make it to their city and then they can
we did promise them middle America last year.
Salem next time. Let's just do Salem, Massachusetts next time. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm down. I want to go to Salem.
I do too.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Done
deal.
Done
that. I have a bucket list of all the haunted places I've gone to and want to go to.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. I went to Connecticut to visit Jamie, the sleep dietitian, and we were going to go to Salem, but it was not Halloween time. And she was like, I don't know if you want to, like, for your first time, you might want to go during, like, the big time.
September's good because it's Halloweening. You know what I mean? They're gearing up.
Yeah.
It's cool weather where you can wear all the jackets.
Nice.
And it's not crowded like October.
Yeah. So September
So
is
I
the time.
highly recommend September.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Jamie, I'm coming to visit you in
And we only have
September.
a few minutes left with you. So what would you say to our audience, like as for tips that they can handle with their weight loss and things like that?
Really focus on rituals more than anything else. It's our rituals that help us on this journey, right? It's not about, like we talked about, it's not about willpower. It's our habits. Our rituals are things that we do. Like we don't have to think about them. There are automatic behaviors.
Yeah.
So like my husband has diabetes, but it runs in the family. So he's not on insulin or anything like that. It's just hereditary. And he's like, don't put any snacks on the counter. He doesn't want them. He doesn't have a sweet tooth, but visually, right? Our environment tells us what to do, even though that's not our intention. So I no longer do that so that he doesn't have that temptation. So that's a ritual. I would put stuff on the counter because I grew up without money and not having a lot of food. So for me, having an island full of goodies for my kids was a thing that it made me feel blessed and I was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that my habits and rituals and behaviors are really what contributed to a lot of my, you know what I mean? The scarcity I had, food scarcity was another reason why I put on so much weight later in life. I wasn't a heavy child. But it was just this notion of I can finally afford a full refrigerator and didn't need it, you know, things like that. So I would focus more on your rituals and creating an environment for success versus saying, I'm going to work out 10 times a day and I'm going to have the willpower. Like those things are great, but I would suggest reading Atomic Habits, the baby steps of making your environment work for you. It's the tiniest things. People think it's this big old, you know, I have to go on a juice cleanse bullshit. No, just put the fruit at the front of your refrigerator. That little thing alone will change. You know what I mean? You don't have to do the magnanimous moves. Do the small ones. That's my advice. Oh shit, I'm running late for my next meeting.
I love that.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Diana, for being on. And we love you guys, and we will see you next time. Bye.